Hello and welcome back to episode 7 of What If Civilization Started Over Waves Alternate History of WICSO. And as I said in the last episode, if you haven't seen the last episode, I recommend you go watch it and leave a like and a comment down below. It would really help me, and it's just a few clicks for you guys. And also, if you want, you can follow my channel. This series will have a few episodes left. I don't know how many I will still do, but I think there are gonna be a lot more to come. So thank you so much. And without further ado, let's start right into this episode. We're gonna start with the Farmers Union. They have a lot of claims in South America and also some claims in Europe. And because they don't really need them, they're gonna let go of some of the claims as to not anger the Europeans and be on a good side with them. First off, we have the tip of the Italian peninsula. They're gonna make a new country out of it. It's gonna be light pink. They're gonna have only the tip, not the Sicily. So we have our first new country in Europe, and it's heavily influenced by the African Union, but it's their own independent country. And then we have the Farmers Union giving up some land to Andalusia because they don't really need it anymore, and Andalusia will pay a lot of money for the lands, and let's see what they can get back. And these are all the lands that they are getting back from the African Union. You can see they get the major city and most of the other lands, but the African Union will still hold on to the Suez Canal and not to the I don't know what's called, but they're gonna hold on to this waterway to secure their trade dominance in the Mediterranean. And yeah, this is really good. The Italian Peninsula team also needs a capital. This is going to be right here. And now we have a fully new country in Europe. The African Union also has claims in South America, and also they're gonna release 2 new countries in South America as they also don't need them. Gonna have cheap import prices from these countries, but ultimately there are 3 countries. So let's see what these new countries are. And these are the new countries in South America. As you can see, we have the Brazilian country that is also in the original WICSO, and a new light pink country. I think it was also in the original WICSO before the Brazilian country took them over. And both also need a capital. So the Brazilian gets a capital right here at the coast, and the other Brazilian country gets a capital right here. New countries in South America, I think that looks great. Some new character development in South America is always good, as we don't really have anything going on right here now. Let's go to the next event. And this event is happening in the Lime team. Nothing heard long from them, but they're gonna go on an expand, and they're attacking this Afghanistan country. They're gonna march down here right into the country, slowly but surely, moving the way through the, I think, mountains are here, mountains, stone deserts. But the Afghanistan country is good with guerrilla warfare, so they know their way around and can defeat the Brazilians on multiple fronts and push them back a little bit, not too much, because the Brazilians are still way stronger than the Afghanistans, but they're really struggling on this war. They can make some huge advancements into the country, but this will cost them a lot of men, and the Afghanistan country can again push them back on the main front to the capital almost completely. And this is really bad for the Brazilians. They can push still into the country, but not in the valuable parts of the country, so it's not really doing anything. And this will lead to some really heavy questions, and the old empire has seen enough of this. Also, they want more land, as they can't expand in any direction anymore. So they're gonna start their invasion immediately, pushing to this major city, walking right into the country, also pushing to this major city and capturing it also. And it's they're just marching through the country. There are not really any defenses on the front of the Brazilians, and also the Indians wanting also more land because they found it right here. They would want more land in this region because it's really good developed right here. But they're also gonna send their army right in, and the Brazilians now crumble. The capital falls and they lose all their ground in Afghanistan. And suddenly, out of nowhere, just a little pirate group from Brittany, the country that doesn't exist anymore, but a pirate group that is sailing around here from bay to bay, because here there are a lot of pirates in this region, especially in this region, and some Britannic pirates landing down here. No, wrong color. Landing down here, capturing this major city, and make a name for themselves. It's a huge group, and even pirates can harm the Brazilians now, and this is just the Brazilians crumble just under their own weight. That empire now moves faster into the country to capture more land for themselves. The Indians also move in, capturing land, and the Brazilians could surrender over to all these countries. And even Britannic pirates could get some land out of this peace treaty. And we're gonna see in a second what this peace treaty will look like. And this is gonna be the peace treaty of Brasilia, not completely gone. I think maybe Brasilia is now this puppet state of the old empire, but who knows? So we have the Indians taking a lot of land from the Brazilians here, the Britannic pirates getting their own state with 2 major cities, one being the capital, the Afghanistan country getting a bit land down here with 1 major city, the old empire getting a huge amount of land here, and also getting this puppet state that will also join these square lines. So Brasilia is now gone, and the old empire could expand greatly and prepare for the next war. Going back to Europe, to Russia. Russia is starting an invasion on this pink Kazakhstan country to test their new military tactics on them, and it's looking really good for them. They instantly captured the capital in the first few days. It's just right on the border of them, and then they march into the country, testing the generals and the armies on this ground, and they're doing a really good job at capturing small villages and other things that are in this area. And the Kazakhstan country collapses after they reach a certain point, and they surrender over to Russia. Russia's gonna completely annex them. No more capital. There's no major city. Now it's their major city, and they're completely get annexed. So Russia thinks they are ready for the next big war, and they are preparing all the troops on the Polish border, now wanting to start the invasion of Poland, as Poland is not part of any major alliance as we see. And if they can capture all this Polish area, they have a huge advantage, because the Polish area is also really good developed, and they would really want this area. And also this is the only area that they can expand to at the moment. Sure, they can expand into Kazakhstan or Middle Asia, but it's not really worth land to take. This is way better. And so they're gonna start the invasion into Poland, pushing slowly into Polish country, going after this major city, capturing it. And down here they're also pushing a little bit into the country. Up north they're gonna make a full-on push to this major city, capturing it. And the Polish need to request some forces from other countries to defend the Russians. Polish are not really weak, but the invasion was really fast, and they need to reorganize their army. Poland is able to recapture this major city with the counter push and slowly pushing the Russians back at this front. The Russians also make huge advancements into this area, encircling this part from the mainland, pushing down and capturing this major city. Also, they're gonna push back the Polish down here again, pushing between these major cities as to avoid them and not lose too much manpower on this front. The Polish gonna push deeper into Russian territory down here, but the Russians were prepared for this and immediately encircled them and pushed them back. And this was the tactics that they tried to learn, encirclement, because they know this is a huge way to win wars, and also it's really valuable. They're gonna capture all of this in Estland. Estland is basically non-existent anymore, and they're gonna push deeper into the country, almost encircling this major city, and going for the capital next. This major city is gonna make a counter push to rescue these troops from this major city, but Russia captures this major city, encircling a bunch of troops and pushing them back slowly but surely. And now this front has not really any troops here. This is a bad color. I need to change that. And Russia pushes up, now focusing on capturing valuable land than rather major cities, as they have a lot of troops captured down here. And as they're reaching the capital, they're gonna make a push around it, encircling it, and then pushing even deeper into Polish lands. Poland gets now help from the Dutch, as they lose another major city. And the Dutch sent army troops, not army troops, I don't know what's called, equipment over to Poland to help them defend the Russians. But the Russians make great advancements. Only a few losses down here as they try to push back to the capital, but it's close and the Russians can immediately encircle them too. And as for now, the Russians encircle all this area. This gets completely killed off, and Polish make a defense line here, and this is working really good. The Russians make great advancements in this area, in this Prussian, no, what's it called? I don't know what's called. This Baltic state in the middle, I don't know what's called. Lithuania, Estonia, and I don't know. Not really important right now because the Polish make their defense line here. These fronts get completely obliterated, and the Russians slowly but surely siege the capital and capture it. And now only on the blink of this front, and it's a stalemate right here. The Dutch send some troops in. The Dutch send some troops in to defend the Polish, and the Polish won't give up. Yeah, it's a brutal war. Then we go over to the Italian Union. They're getting pushed by the Triangle Alliance to invade Rome to secure Corsica as a naval base, because the African Union has almost all control of the Mediterranean besides some coast, but the more open waters are all controlled by the African Union, and the Triangle Alliance can't allow this, and the African Union is gonna invade into Rome, capturing almost everything instantly. But Rome was warned by the old empire that this could happen, not this will happen, but this could happen, and they're gonna relocate their capital with all the politicians before the war began and sending them to Corsica, making a huge naval bastion up north in Corsica, so nothing can enter Corsica. Also, they are still missing a major city, and there's now heavy boat fighting in this whole area here, trying to capture Corsica. And also the old empire sends some letters to the African Union saying that they should watch out, put more boats out, because the Triangle Alliance will try to capture more naval bases to secure naval dominance in the Mediterranean. So the African Union sees that the Triangle Alliance attacks Rome that can't even defend themselves, so they're gonna put more boats out trying to defend their own waters, because they are the strongest in this area, or the naval strongest in this area. And slowly but surely, the situation spike up as more and more chaos breaks out in this Mediterranean. The old empire sent some boats to the old empire to Rome to defend Corsica with them. And in this whole chaos, a boat from the African Union gets blown up by Catalonian boats, and this will anger the African Union, and they will join the Square Alliance to get protection from the old empire and from Russia. But they are also really strong, so it's not really meaningful at this point. With this new addition to the alliance, Russia will make a push with this new addition to the alliance, Russia will make a push into Poland, breaking through the defensive line, capturing this major city, encircling them here, and capturing all of these, and then slowly pushing up to the last major city of Poland, capturing it. And before Poland can surrender, Dutch troops that were stationed on the border of the Polish will swarm into the country, capturing this major city and pushing the Russians with a surprise attack back, capturing this major city and this major city also. They make huge advances into the Polish area again, capturing this major city, going straight for the capital and capturing it. And it's not really looking good for the Russians, but the old empire now also declares war on the Dutch team, and the Dutch team makes their decision and joins the Triangle Alliance. On the same day as the old empire declares war on the Dutch, the Galicians leave instantly the Square Alliance, as they don't want to get involved into any major war at this point, and they know they're fucked because they're surrounded by these Triangle Alliance completely. And also Poland will also join the Triangle Alliance to defeat the Russians, and also Rome will join the Square Alliance. Small. And with these new additions, World War III officially can begin. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was also a bit shorter than usual, but it was for the preparation of World War III. I think it was really good. We have the Square Alliance against the Triangle Alliance again, and we will see how this will go out and how these countries will fight to stop the expansion of the Square Alliance or of these huge countries. And till then, we will see us in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you leave a like, leave a comment down below. In the description, you will find the official WICSO Discord server and my Discord server. Leave a follow, it would really help me. And again, thank you so much for watching. Bye.